Have you been hearing from different friends and family members that you need to get an Erie Insurance auto policy? Well, the problem is you don't know how to do that. I'm Matt Turman with Susquehanna Insurance, and Erie Insurance is the 13th largest auto insurance company in the entire country, and they only write in 12 states. Pretty much the Mid-Atlantic Territory, Pennsylvania, down to North Carolina area. And that tells you that in those 12 states, they are super competitive and do a great job at really specifying their coverage to that area. They don't need to worry about wildfires out west or hurricanes down south, so they can keep their rates super low for the area that they're in. So if you live in one of those 12 states, you're in luck. You're able to get an Erie Insurance auto policy. If you're outside of those 12 states, you're out of luck. There's not a whole lot you can do. Erie Insurance solely writes through independent insurance agencies. Unlike State Farm that goes directly to an agent and the only thing they can offer you is a State Farm policy, Erie Insurance goes through independent agencies like Susquehanna, like we are here. And that means that we can offer a variety of different insurance companies, and you cannot buy directly from Erie either. So if you want to go to their website and try to get a quote from them directly, you won't be able to get a policy. You might be able to get a quote, but not a policy, because you are not able to buy a policy directly from Erie. You have to go to one of their local insurance agents. Now, Erie has a lot of agents. They have 13,000 of them across their entire footprint in those 12 states. So finding one in your hometown should be pretty easy to do. How do you find an agency that writes with Erie Insurance? Well, there's three primary ways. The first one is go online. Go online to Google or Yahoo and type in Erie Insurance agents near me. And you should be able to see on the map there how many there are, how close they are to you. At that point, you might want to go to their website and check it out, read their bios, the different people they have, read about their core values, their mission statement, see if what their culture is aligns with what you're getting at. Also ask for referrals. Family members, friends, neighbors may work with Erie Insurance and might have an agent they love working with. So ask them. They're a great resource to help you figure out who might be a good fit for you. Lastly, the best thing to do is call them up and interview them. When you call an insurance agent, it doesn't mean you're buying a policy then. There's no pressure. You can call them up and just ask them some simple questions about their service, how they handle things in their agency, and you can figure out if it works for you or not. Then you can go down the road and ask them for a quote and then get a policy with them as well. Now, one of the sticking points with Erie Insurance is that they're not the easiest to qualify for. So if you're coming from Geico or Progressive or the General, somebody like that, you have to be squeaky clean in the past 3 years. So no tickets, no accidents, no violations, nothing. You have to be squeaky clean in the past 3 years to qualify for Erie. If you're coming from another company like State Farm or Nationwide or Liberty Mutual, you have to have no more than 2 of those things. You can have an accident and a speeding ticket, but if you have 3, forget it. Erie's not going to write you. So not everybody does qualify for Erie Insurance, but if you do, they have some of the most competitive auto rates of anybody in the 12 states that they write in. The next step, so you found your local agent that you want to work with. You have checked out and you know that you qualify for Erie Insurance. The next step is to set up a meeting or a phone call with the local agent to walk through getting a quote. Some of the things you will need to get your auto quote are your address, your full name, your birthday, your driver's license number, the VIN of your vehicle, how many miles you drive, what you use your car for. Is it for pleasure use? Is it to drive back and forth from work? All of those things will be helpful for your insurance agent when providing a quote. Also, it would be very helpful if you could bring in your current auto policy. That way we can compare it to the Erie Insurance auto policy and figure out the liability limits, your deductibles, and see how they align with some of the endorsements even, like new car replacement, gap coverage, things like that. It is super helpful to have your current policy so we can compare and contrast the two to make sure you get the right policy that you need. Next step, you've gotten the quote, you've compared it. Erie Insurance is way cheaper for your auto insurance. So you say, yep, I'm going to go with it. What's the next step? The next thing you need to do is pick an effective date. So Erie Insurance does provide a discount called the early quote discount. So if you're able to wait at least a week, you'll get a discount for that, believe it or not. So you pick a date that works for you to make the policies effective. Maybe it's the beginning of the month. Maybe it's when your other policies expired. Pick a date. The next thing is to make sure you have all the lien holders figured out on your vehicles. If your cars are financed, let us know that. And so we can make sure that is squared away in your policy so there's no issues and they're not knocking on your door asking for proof of insurance. Then you need to pick a payment plan for the auto insurance with Erie Insurance. There is a discount if you do the pay in full option. So if you're able to pay all 12 months up front, you do get a pretty nice discount. They also have the quarterly option. You can do 9 months. You can do every month auto pay as well. So pick that. And then lastly, just sign on the dotted line. So your agent will send you either an email for e-signatures, or you come in the office and sign and walk through all of the different application process, sign where you need to sign, put it through submitted, and you officially have an Erie Insurance auto policy. After you sign on the dotted line and got the applications processed, Erie will then send you in the mail hard copies of your ID cards that you can put in your glove box, also the full policy information and any billing information that they may send as well. So all that will come later in the mail to you. Take your ID cards, put it in your glove box, and you're good to go. Erie Insurance is one of the best companies for your car because of their great rates, because of the outstanding service they have, and you get to choose what kind of agent you want to work with. You don't get stuck with an 800 number. You don't get stuck with an agent that can only sell you that specific coverage. You get to choose an independent insurance agency locally that you like, and then set up with Erie, and it's a great process. If you have any questions about Erie Insurance or how to get Erie Insurance auto quote, feel free to give us a call. Our numbers are 717-290-7780. We got agents here from 8 to 4:30 every day, ready to take some information and talk to you and learn a little more about us if you'd like, to see if we might be the right fit to be your insurance agent with Erie Insurance for your cars. Give us a call. Check us out online. We're bringing clarity and simplicity to your insurance needs.